Chairman, earlier I was trying to get an answer from the Commissioner in regards to the process obligatory upon police, and legal counsel objected that I was asking for a legal opinion. You know, as the acting commissioner of DPS, I think the acting commissioner shall be, and I have every confidence that he is knowledgeable of the process obligatory upon police in the statute. And for a reminder, let me just read out what it says under section 6101, entitled Process Obligatory upon Police. Subsection A, all process in any criminal proceedings, contempt proceeding, or in a juvenile delinquency proceeding issued in accordance with law and the rules of procedure prescribed in accordance with law shall be obligatory upon all police officers having knowledge of it, and any police officer to whom the process is given shall promptly make diligent effort to execute or serve it either personally or through another police officer. And that is the basis, and I'm glad to hear from the acting commissioner that he will not issue, instruct, or order any of his officers to prevent the service of a legal penal summons. And you know, coming from the acting commissioner, I'm glad to hear from him personally that he will not instruct it, and that was what I was trying to get at, that something is wrong something went wrong on the early evening and early or late evening and early morning hours of August 3rd and August 4th, when frontline officers initially offered their cooperation in trying to serve the legal summons upon the former AG at Buckingham, only to be instructed to back off. And again, in yesterday's proceedings, I mentioned that a certain number of the frontline officers made their displeasure of having been instructed to back off and prevent the service of a legal penal summons, because those officers in the front lines knew what their obligation is under the law. And again, it's unfortunate, and I think it's unacceptable that somebody, and this is why we're here. We want to know who was responsible for placing those frontline officers in the position of having to violate a statute that these officers are fully aware of, including the person in charge of the department, the acting commissioner. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Representative Sablan. Commissioner, I wasn't sure if you answered one of the questions I asked. You did, and the legal counsel also affirmed that you will be providing us with a copy of the incident report to this body. But one of the other questions I asked was, did you order that an internal affairs investigation be conducted relating to this incident? I think Representative Sablan has just clearly stated the statute referencing law enforcement, in this case DPS, obligation to serve a penal summons if they were aware of it. I think there's no question that at some point police officers were made aware, and so because there were actions that prevented them from taking that, and I presume that you probably understood that once this incident report came into you. Wouldn't that be enough to compel or to require that an internal affairs investigation be conducted? So my question was, did you initiate any such investigation?
No, sir.
Thank you. I do not have any further questions. Any other members? Representative Tep-Tep.
Just one question, Mr. Chairman. And this is also part of the document submitted, and just one simple question to the good commissioner. If the commissioner ordered the officers to back off from the subpoena or from the penal summon to the AG?
No, sir.
Thank you.
Representative Stanley Torres, did you have a question? Representative Guerrero?
Actually, not a question, but I have just observed something. Let's see here. This wanted David Atalik. She was in here yesterday. She gave her testimony and whatnot. Would she be getting called back in, or?
From the public auditor?
Yeah.
I believe we received her testimony yesterday relating to this incident.
Mm-hmm.
I am not sure if she will be coming back for other articles, but as far as this articles 4, 6, and 11, 4, 6, and 11, I believe, she's done with the committee.
Oh, okay. But my question now would go to council. If they're inside and there's a possibility that they may get called back, shouldn't they be sequestered somehow?
Let me clarify that. I think I did inform all the witnesses yesterday, pretty much all the witnesses, that they may be called back if the committee feels that additional questions are warranted. So yes, to answer your question, yes, they can be.
Okay, but now, because she's in the crowd today, and my question is, if she's in the crowd today, based on all the other testimonies, should she not be sequestered?
I think she's here as a member of the public today, not as a witness, but as I just finished explaining, any of the witnesses that have already offered testimony can and may be asked to reappear to answer further questions, if it is the decision of this committee.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
Representative De La Cruz.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And Commissioner, I hope that you don't think that I'm going to be putting you on the spot here. And I also hope that I am not repeating myself in any ways. And I'm not going to be asking you a question, so I'm not going to be expecting an answer from you. I just wanted to have you think as to the statement or a report that I'm going to be reading to you. And again, I'm not going to be asking you any question. The report was submitted to the committee, and one of the instances with regards to the report, and let me just read out aloud. At the airport, we met with Officer Camacho inside OPA's vehicle. We also observed Aniceto Ogurmoro, acting DPS commissioner at the departure area. But it appears that he was just there on another business, or maybe a family member leaving. This was on the 3rd of August, and I just wanted you to contemplate on that. I understand that this was about a month ago on this incident, and I myself have very bad memory span. I tend to forget at times, but I just wanted to relay that to you so that you may think on that certain day. And with that, Chairman, I'll yield for now.
Thank you. Any further questions before I dismiss the witness? If not, I want to thank the Commissioner for appearing before this body and especially for answering the questions posted by the members. As with all the witnesses, Commissioner, I'm going to ask that you please provide your point of contact number to our Sergeant at Arms, and you may or may not be compelled to come back and answer further questions if it is needed. With that, you are hereby dismissed. Thank you.
Thank you.